It's the State League show. I am Lil Sexy. That's Big Singy. That's something new for you. There we go. We're going to break down all of the games, lots of double headers around last weekend. Of course, go into what's happening this weekend. Huge, quick shout out to our sponsors at Hydration Station Perth and, of course, 1623. Hit them up on Instagram. Go and check out the websites. We appreciate them. You guys go and support them. It's time we get into talking to the show. It's the State League show. Hit them, Paul.
Santa Maria. It's the State League show with Singy and Big Sexy. Get out the right bread and mustard this time, Grandma, because the State League show starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the State League show. I am Lil Sexy. It is Big Singy. We're switching it up, baby. Trying to help you out a little bit. It's kind of weird, but that's all right. We'll just get through it.
It feels right, though.
Yeah. How you going?
Right.
You good?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah.
Another week down. How are you going? You've been man of the world.
I'm running around a little bit. It's crazy. I'm a bit manic. Had a few coffees this morning, pretty tired, but
the coffee guy.
I'm literally, like, as we record this and then people listen to this, it's the same day. There's none of this in the future stuff. We're ready to go. And if you listen to this around 5 o'clock this afternoon, I'm on a plane to Bali. So
lucky for some. I'd hate to have like a really important reserves and State League Friday night.
It's actually one of the biggest weekends for our Resi's team. Yep. And I can't even like brag like I did last episode because I went 5 for 5 one week and then one for 3 with 2 punchies the next week. So
we only
stay
had
hot.
2 hits, so one of the 2 you take.
Stay hot. No, it was dreadful. So anyways, hey, baseball's humbling. We know
it
this.
Is.
But yeah, so I appreciate you guys. If you want to send us a little message, just know I won't be able to read them for a few hours while I'm in the air, but send it to @StateLeagueShow on Instagram. Singy will just message Singy on Instagram too. Any abuse, send it his way.
I don't have access to this. You haven't given me the login.
That's true. I actually haven't done that for Hughesy either. And I think Hughesy's like, right. what? But no, it's just it's hard.
Hughesy be fighting people. Bloop and Blast would be his burner account.
That's a good point, actually. But anyways, let's get into it, mate. Like, there's literally so much to talk about from this weekend. Lots of double headers, and we'll start it off with the Rocco Braves games. So for game 1, and I'll just go through the games, like the scores, and then we can go back and look at dive into them a little bit deeper. But game 1, Rocco 6, Braves 11. So, that's interesting. Game 2, tight one. Braves get up 1-0. So, I mean, we discussed it a little bit. We sort of thought, hey, Rocco's a chance to at least take one. We know Braves are strong, and not saying Rocco aren't, but Braves have that depth, both with the bats, both with the arms. Surprising there. I mean, hey, they scored 6 runs, but Braves just too strong.
Yeah, a bit of a tale of two tapes. 17 runs in one game and then 1 in the next. But yeah, I think the Braves' arms kind of showed they come to the front there. And if we go game 1, Braves score 11. I think TK and SK were both 2 for 4. TK hit a homer and hit a double. Benny Drew was, I think, 2 for 4 with a couple doubles, and Jake Bowie got his first hit of the season and then followed up with another couple. So, it was a different lineup to the Braves last week where we referenced no Kennellys. The Kennellys were back. Yeah. And obviously it's a tougher lineup to throw to with the Kennellys in the lineup. So they did what you kind of expected. On the flip side, Rocco's import went. He threw, and I think Vinny would be. I think you'd be hoping that was a bit of a blip on the radar. Yeah. He got hit around a bit, so obviously those are the teams you need to beat. For Vinny, he's got Rocco on the upward trajectory, but ultimately those are the teams you need to beat, and you need your imports to throw really well. It looks like the Braves bats got on top of him, so yeah, like I said, Vinny will be hoping that's a blip on the radar for him and that he gets back into a groove moving forward. But I think Braves bats were the story of that day. What I will say is, Rocco didn't just lay down and just roll into the next game. They scored 4 off Tucker. He threw 2 innings of relief, and Rocco scored 4 off Tucker. So, you talk about always trying to find some positives. That's a positive. Tucker's he's been in a groove. He's been nasty, so they'll take some positives out of that. We did notice that the import came into the lineup that we referenced last week, UWA's catcher from last year, Hill. So, again, first game, he might be straight off a plane and just getting into the groove of things. But, I think Vinny will be hoping for, I think it's Keane, who's been throwing pretty well, that was just a...
Keen.
Hopefully that was an outlier for him and he can, match it with those top teams. And then game 2... player of the week.
Yeah, I was going to get into that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, well, I just wasn't. No, I I didn't do any research this week because it's been chaos. Yeah, well done to you.
Yeah,
but I did see that it was player of the week, and I thought to myself, wow, so Bowser's got a few hits in the first game, and then I'm guessing he's pitched in the second game. So that was the pitching line that I saw.
Yeah, so Bowie went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits and had 7 strikeouts, no walks, which I think you've probably seen a theme with me. I love a pitcher who doesn't walk too many. So Bowie, and that's what he does. So I think rightfully so. He got player of the week to get 3 hits in game 1 and then throw 6 scoreless in game 2 against a team that's coming.
Yeah.
So I think Rod Drew in the competitions department email, he called him Baltani. So can't argue that on the weekend's performance. So big outing from him there after getting his first few hits, which I would say to whoever's facing him this week, once Bauer gets a couple knocks, it was just a matter of time before
snowball
he gets that.
Effect.
He's a confidence guy, and he'll have some confidence now. So can see a world in which he kind of the bat gets going this week.
Did you see the stat line for MK Ultra? I don't remember you bringing it up. Matt Kennelly in game 1. MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
Do you know what MK Ultra is? No. So MK, I'm going to digress, but it's like MK Ultra was this old thing that the CIA did. If you're listening to this, Google it. It's pretty hilarious. But he is MK Ultra. He is that. That's who he is.
I reckon our listener base is probably primarily, I don't know, 25 and below.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I'm the only one.
I reckon they know. They know. So there's a lot of us. Hey, let us know in the comments. But he's MK Ultra, man. How is he not? He's the season he had last year. I mean, yeah. What did you see his stat line from this weekend?
I did. I didn't take the notes. I didn't write that down. But I think he threw another 6, gave up 2 runs from memory because then they went into Hatcher to close it out. Or maybe that was the.
It wasn't much. It was. Look, by his standards, probably a bad outing, but still, by most people's standards, great. I mean, happy.
The ability to just keep him in games. Oh, that's right. He threw the first game, so I think he maybe went 5 innings, and now I'm freezing. I got too hung up on Bowie's outing.
By the end of this season, I'm going to have MK Ultra shirts made, and it's going to be great. So that's nice. I just wanted to get the MK Ultra stick in, but. That's great. A good couple of wins for Braves against some good competition.
Yeah, great couple of wins there. And I think, should note, Vinny game 2, it's a 1-0 ball game. So Vinny went 6 innings, 1 earned run. Great outing from him. And what they needed after, kind of getting blown out a bit in game 1. So didn't get the win, but, great outing.
Shows him. A bit of guts.
Those bats were hot. The Braves bats were hot, and for him to come out and kind of cool them down. So
you'd almost expect those 2 games to swap around with the scorelines, right? Game 1's pretty tight, and then game 2 you see that blowout, but not on Sunday.
Yeah, good couple wins there from Braves, and Rocco will be looking to kind of right the ship this week.
Yeah, let's move on to the South Perth Careen games because Careen went and had a day there. Unfortunately for South Perth, only scoring 1 run across the 2 games.
Yep.
Game 1, 10-0 to Careen, and then of course again 11-1. So a couple of big margins there for Careen.
Yeah, absolutely. So Careen, their bats fired all day. I've got some notes. Brantley, their import, who we've mentioned a couple times on this.
He's legit.
He's swinging. I think he was 6 for 8 across the doubleheader. Hit a home run, had a few doubles. He's just sitting pretty in that 3 hole. And then a name that we mentioned last week, Ida, who's come over from UWA. He went 4 for 4 across the doubleheader with 4 walks. He didn't make an out on the day. So he hit a home run as well.
Yeah, over Centerfield too.
Yeah, so I think I don't want to do this because it's very early. This is way too early over.
Oh, here we go. This is another pick to click. Love it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If I was starting
You're putting the mocker on him. Here we go.
If I was starting to if I had to change, what are we, round 5? If you said, hey, round 5 review, would you change your pick to click? I think that addition of Eder at Kareen is huge there. 1, 2, 3, 4 is really swinging it. We talked about McDonald, high energy, lefty lead off. He was 4 for 4 in game 2. I think Eder just makes him look real, gives him a different look.
It would have been an interesting point. Here's what I'm going to say to you. It would have been interesting if the schedule was different and they played Morley that doubleheader that we played them, right? Was it a doubleheader? No, it was a single game where they come out and they scored a bunch of runs, and it took us a fair few innings. It would have been interesting if that game sort of, that kind of competition for Kareen happened later in the year, like a little bit closer to Christmas. We see the bats warming up on Kareen's half, see what happens. Like, I know where you're going with it. It's easy to say, oh, they might have some here, and on paper, yeah. But we've got to remember that they're still playing the lower end of these teams. Be interesting to see what happens when they start to go up some big dogs later on in the rounds.
I do agree with that. But also, Brantley looked good against us. Eder doesn't fluke making the under 18s Australia team.
And no shade either. There's not that. Yeah.
But like I said, round 5 overreactions. In my pick to click. They're not. I'm not fully off Rocco, but I just think Eder is
he's a huge impact.
addition.
Yeah.
What I noticed as well. So Connor goes 6 and does what he does.
Connor's hot right now,
Connor's doing what, we talk about leading from the front. I tell you what, his innings, he's going to be at bloody 100 innings by Christmas. So we'll see how he's feeling after Chrissy. But Power, who we've touched on the last couple of weeks, having a little groin issue, he threw an inning of relief. So one thing I will say is you'd probably lose Power to the Heat in a couple of weeks, so they won't have him for too long. Eder, my understanding is on the development roster for the Heat.
Right.
I don't know if he'll travel. So Green should have him most weeks. I'd just say they're looking good. They had a pretty, sounds bad, a good loss against us. The bats looked good.
Yeah.
They kind of didn't start. I don't know. I just like the way they look, particularly with Eder in there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And, hey, there you go. And look, 2 big wins for them. You got to pick those games up when you can, right? So
you just got to bank wins early. It doesn't matter who it's against. If you're beating the top teams, great. You pick them right away. But the biggest thing is don't drop games you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And, they should have gone out. Making me look like a fool. I said Souths are going to get their first win on the back of a
you
really
can see why though.
It's
fair enough. Yeah.
But for Kareen, they'd be happy. You just don't drop games that you shouldn't. And they did what they had to do. That was quite clinical.
Let's move on. The next one I've got here is let's go to the Perth Swans game.
Yeah.
We sort of thought this might have been one of being a single game as well on that weekend. A game of the round. Scoreline, I haven't dove any deeper into this other than just looking at it now.
Our listeners wouldn't be surprised.
No, but that's not my job. That's your job. But 5-0 to Perth. Is there more to that game, or is it just that Perth just locked them down?
Yeah, well, I had a look at that. 5-0, but both teams only had 3 hits.
Right.
So, we've seen some bats firing across the league. This was a bit more of that pitcher's duel type thing. So Boston got the start against his old club. Boston's putting together a really good, solid 3 or 4 weeks so far to start the season. He went 4 innings. Not sure if he gave up a hit. No, he didn't give up a hit. 4 Ks, couple walks, but limited, no damage. Then they went into Kane Newham. So this is the first we've seen of Kane on the hill. So he's a guy that went to college for a season. He's come back, and he's a bit of a two-way guy. He's been playing left field for them a little bit, but this is his first outing on the hill that I've seen. 4 innings, 1 hit for him and 3 Ks. So that's, really valuable relief there. And then Jai Hewitt closes out with an inning. So you look at that for Lee, pretty exciting for the future. Like all those guys are under 22 years old. So that's 9 innings of baseball in the top grade with, no one over 22 or 23 pitching. That's exciting for them. There's only 3 hits or six hits on the day across the two teams. So not too much to talk about from that side of things. I think if you look at Swans, they only gave up 3 hits, but they walked 7. And I think they hit a batter. So in a game where you've lost, 5-0, you've given up 8 free base runners.
Yeah.
Always talk about free base runners. You've heard me harp on it in the twos.
So usually after we record, I have to try and work out what the title is, and I try to remember like the themes. But it's just this episode is just Singy hates walks. It's just simple. Like I get it.
It's
that's been the theme so far.
If you want to post that, I'm not going to argue that. I do.
What is interesting though is the way the guys at Perth have sort of. I don't want to say this like. So you see, like you've got these older guys like Connor Lowry, and a couple other teams extending guys, and obviously they're at that level. That Perth's got so many young arms, and we haven't really seen them extended, which is great early on in the season, right? You want to
be able to work into the season.
They're going to have a lot of innings left later on in the year, which is when you need them. That's some pretty smart,
and they feel pretty confident about that now. Moving anytime they've got a single fixture, they were one of the. This was one of the matchups that wasn't a doubleheader, maybe the only one. So to be able to go, right, here's our 3 young guys for a single game. Doubleheaders, they might start feeling a bit stretched, but they'd be pretty happy with their arms at the moment.
Yeah. Let's move on to Wanneroo. But before we get into the state league, I just want to mention this because it was a crazy scoreline. In the reserves, the Wanneroo reserves game, 30-1, was it? Or 30-0, 31-0.
Nah,
it was something ridiculous. A 16-run first inning from Wanneroo. So that's wild. I was talking to a mate from back home, and I was like, I can't remember if I've ever been in a game like a blowout, and I think you would remember that.
You would remember
on either side, I think. So, anyways, I just shout out to those guys. Like that's wild.
You wouldn't have wanted, to ask your misso to come down to that game. Or you've just met a bird and said, hey, come and watch my baseball game and get rolled by 29 runs.
That's a bit rough.
There'd be a second time.
And no shade on UWA, but it's more like, holy Jesus, the bats are hot. The bats can be hot, but it's hard to score 30 runs in a game, I think. It is.
So. And from memory, I think I had a look. Like, yes, there was some walks, which obviously I hate, but there was just a lot of hits.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a walk fest as such, I don't think. There was a lot of hits in there as well. So,
anyways, just a quick shout out for those guys. But of course, Wanneroo State League playing UWA, they had a doubleheader as well. Game 1, Wanneroo gets up 10-0, and then game 2 I've got here, it's 16-4. So again, pretty rough weekend there for UWA, especially if you include, which I'm sure some of those guys would have had crossover amongst SLR as well. So, but hey, it is what it is. We know about Wanneroo. Wanneroo's always been like this, and I believe, did Jake Turnbull run into one again?
Yeah, I think game 2 he did.
Okay, so
just he's still,
stay hot, son.
That's it. Three home runs across 4 weeks. That's you start thinking about, there's a lot of weeks to go and a lot of at bats still to have. So where could he end up? But
what's the home run record in State League? Just and not saying he's going to get there or anything. I don't know. But what is it? Someone
I actually don't know. Maybe we only count Woodbat era.
Woodbat,
Sorry to Brad Williamson, Shook, and
someone out there. Since we've gone to Woodbats, can someone tell us the most home runs someone's hit in a season in State League here? So please, that'd be sick.
I do recall an import that came out for Morley 2007/8. Big Kevin Zerbo, he was a monster. He hit 12, I think.
With 10?
No,
Wood.
Okay,
Wood. Yeah.
And I don't think it was a 30-game season at that point. So
okay, there we go.
I can't remember.
Someone out there will work it out to, hey, send us a message. But yeah, of course. So Wanneroo, banging.
Yeah.
Absolutely swinging the sticks.
Turnbull hits one in game 2. In game 2. They got the job done there. Game 1 was a bit of a, opposite ends of the scale. So your boy.
Mullah Mekic. Remember the name.
He 6 innings, 2 hits, 10 punchies, no walks, which I think he'd be really happy with that. If you look at his college stats, historically walked a few guys.
Yeah.
So if he can, I think the stuff's always been there, but he's walked a few guys over in his college career. If he can find the zone consistently, the stuff plays obviously 10 punchies. That's Wanneroo are pretty happy with their import so far. It'd be easy to say. And then on the other side of things, your boy,
Pops.
Haven't met the guy. I'm sure he's a great guy. But on the topic of me hating walks,
Yeah.
he's not my favourite guy.
Oh, you
sounds bad.
No, you can't say that. That sounds terrible. No, but
purely on the basis of based on balls.
He's got to get his stuff in the zone. We spoke about this last week.
Yeah, but he needs to do it, and he needs to do it quickly because he went 4 innings, 1 hit, 10 walks.
Yeah, they need more out of him there.
So they need him. So he only got through 4 innings and then handed over to a young guy who, unfortunately gave up some runs. But in a doubleheader, you need your import to, you need deeper than 4 innings. I know the guy's not trying to walk guys.
No.
But, UWA need him to find the zone because we're seeing again, when he's in the zone, people aren't getting hits off him.
Yeah.
And he's striking guys out. But, 10 walks you can't do much with that. You're handcuffed as a team. So, and then a bit of salt in the wound on the other side of things. Mullimekic goes out and just doesn't walk a guy, shoves, bunch of punchies. So,
everyone at Wanneroo is probably going to blow up about this because there's probably 7 guys that went 2 for and 3 for and got 6 RBIs. It's like, guys, you scored 26 runs in 2 games. What do you want me to do?
Well, I will give a couple shout outs.
Okay, good. You did some research. That's good.
Turnbull hit a homer.
Yeah.
I think their position player import. Oh, I forget. I didn't take his name down. He hit a home run in game 2 as well. But Dan Stevenson, youngish.
Yeah.
He's not a baby, but he's in his 20s. He hit a grand slam in game 1. So and that kind of broke it open in I think it was the 6th inning. I think it was 3-0 at that point. He hit a grand slam. So cool for him. Grand slams are fun.
Yeah.
Wanneroo, they'd be feeling good. They're getting good offense. Pitching's been pretty elite so far.
Yeah.
We've actually got them this week. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about where we don't envision we're going to get Mullimekic. So should be exciting. I think will be the best lineup he's faced. So be a good test for him and equally a really good test for us as well.
Absolutely. That's good. So moving on now to the last set of fixtures, unless we've missed someone. I'm pretty sure we have.
That was it.
Pretty professional outfit here.
Big Park had the bye.
This is, I wish we got paid for this. I could sit at home in my socks at all times. Of course, it's Morley Eagles against Gozzies. 2 games there, and I tell you what, first game 9-1, Morley got up, and the second game 13-1, Morley again. But I'm going to give a shout out to this bloke, and I'm probably stealing some of your thunder. You might have some of the stats, but Dicko. I tell you what. So I went to a game there last year. We played Gosnells there. I think I was sitting or just watching, probably just watching. And Dicko hit one oppo at Gozzies, which it was a good day for it. Let's just say that much. But also this weekend, what did he get? 2 bombs, a bunch of hits. Like, he nearly went for the cycle at one point in game 2, I think.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
That tripple's going to be tough.
He moves well.
For our boy Dicko.
Hey, come on. He bombed one over left field, and then he gets one again over right field in 2 separate games. But, I mean, Dicko, have a day, son. We love you. That's what we love to see. So,
absolutely.
And he was stoked with it, man. You could just tell. So happy for him.
I think what's cool, for Dicko and for us Morley boys is Dicko's body wasn't feeling good last year, and it kind of showed in his production. I think his body's feeling better. Yes, small sample size. We're only 4 or 5 weeks in, but he just looks different. His body is allowing him to do things that it didn't last year. He had a really banged up knee last year. He's swinging it well. 2 homers. 1 in the first game, 1 in the second game, and the one in the second game was to right centre. The ball does travel well to right centre in that Arvo game, but not taking anything away. He
still got to hit it.
Yeah, he crushed it. So, it was a good day for us. Obviously, we had.
Let's go back to game 1. Do you have some notes on game 1?
I didn't take them down because I should be able to remember these. But we had Kiz go game 1. He's our guy. He's got real good stuff. So he went game one and what did he throw? He threw
Kieran Hall. Kieran
Hall.
Kiz,
He went 5 innings, was real solid, and then we were able to go into, we went into Southie after that to finish the game. And Southie's, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Southie as well. Coming back from injury,
good to see him out there.
He went to Europe for a couple of years, and I think he threw a lot of innings, struggled with some elbow issues, but we've kind of just pulled him back to a relief role. No pressure on him trying to start, and he's looking good. He's got one of the best left-handed breaking balls in the league. It's when it's on, it's sharp.
Yeah.
So cool to see him. So pitching wise, we got what we expected, and offense. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Bono as well.
Yeah, Bono was swinging it.
He's I think anyone who's watched enough of Bono over the last couple of years, you can tell he's made a little adjustment to his swing. He's standing a bit more upright, and it's paying dividends. He's driving the ball to left centre,
nice.
So he's looking good. The import did have us. He did kind of that first time through the lineup thing that we always struggle with a bit. He had us.
Yeah.
He was mixing in the splitty well. He kind of messes with your timing on the mound, and then was getting the heater by a couple of guys. But Jess Williams, it kind of got to that point where we're like, oh geez, this is a 7-inning game, and we're getting away. It's getting away from us in about the fourth, and then Jess hit a grand slam, which broke it open for us, and then that was kind of like the dam opening up. The bats just
a few things happened in the game. We won't go into it, but the boys, the Morley guys, had a reason to fire up, and you could tell from that moment on it changed sort of the trajectory of the game, and it was like, okay, here we go, and the boys got up and the boys got going. The hits were coming. Of course, Jess Williams hits a huge grand slam, but the other really exciting thing that I don't think we haven't mentioned it. There was a bit of a debutant out there at first base. Brendan Singh at first base. And I just thought, wow, okay, no worries. It must be so easy. Anyone can do it. We'll just put Singy out there. But you did, and also I have to say this too. Huge shout out to Chappie, Kieran Chapman. So Chapo wasn't sort of feeling so well, right?
Huge shout out to Chappie's hips and hammies that,
but
that allowed me to get out there.
So we're at the dugout, and effectively, if Chappie got on, Singy was going to run for him.
That's right.
And then next thing you know, Chappie did what he did. He and to be fair,
specifically said, I'm going to hit a home run so you don't get to run the bases for me. And I can't remember last time Chappie hit a home run.
He squared a couple of balls up earlier as well too, so it wasn't this like once in a blue moon thing either. But he squared this ball up over left field, and it was first of all, seeing you in a helmet, knowing that you were actually going to go out there was hilarious by this point. And then the next thing you know, we see Chappie just absolutely bombing over left field. I lost it. It was the best thing I've seen. You just throwing your helmet down.
But I just love that this guy hasn't hit a home run in 3 calendar years, and he goes, I'm going to hit a home run here, and then he does it.
Talk about making adjustments. That's a guy that I've seen. I hit with him a fair bit at BP.
Yeah.
He has made some adjustments in the last couple of years, especially with his hips and things like that. And talking to him, and you can tell because you see it in BP and you see it in games like that. It might not be the same old Chappie that we've all seen for so long.
34-year-old double hip replacement is starting to pay dividends.
Titanium man.
I agree. He's swinging the bat well, driving the ball, which he didn't do last season. So, I wouldn't call it a debut, mate. I'm 33 years old.
Have you played first base before?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I have.
No, well,
I think it was at Gosnells last year as well. But I got the last play of the game.
You did, to be fair. When I saw it come to you, I was like, oh, please, please.
Heart rate went to about 196.
Yeah.
I was going to block it. If it was a hard hit ball, I said, just be a catcher.
Seeing you with like that big glove was kind of like funny. It was weird. But anyways, we'll move on. Mate. But congratulations on your debut at first base. Yeah. Or re-debut. So there you go. So that's what we've got for last round. We're going to have to quickly just go through what's coming up this round. Of course, we thank you guys for tuning in. We're trying to wrap it up because I've also got to get through customs soon. So,
another trip. Nice. Yeah, cool.
We probably. Oh no, I think we can do this again next week. Just so you know, I think we can do another episode. So we won't miss a week. We're just letting you know. Heads up. Yeah. The bloop and the blast might be a bit late, but we can try and do something there as well.
You can do a bloop and the blast from the side of a pool in Bali.
Yeah, I thought about it, but then I got to edit it, and I'm like, unless we just live stream it, there's an idea. But anyways, we'll move on. So let's go through it. So as we mentioned earlier, tonight, Morley has a double header this weekend, and it's not just a double header. I think I am legitimately sad, especially on the Resi side of things, because we're playing the same clubs. But this is a good round for Morley. And it's just a couple of good rounds of baseball, right? You're playing some top teams, I think. So Friday night, Perth and Morley, it will be streamed. It will be streamed tonight, I believe.
Yep.
So
Big Paul on the broadcast.
I'd hope so. I'll tell you what, the voice of State League Baseball, Paul Persick. I hope you're there, mate. And I'll be trying to watch along. I'll watch a replay. Actually, I pretty much land it at game time. Anyways, Perth Morley. You're gonna go Morley.
I'm gonna go Morley again.
Give us an idea of like a scoreline that you think this could be. This is probably one of those games that could go either way, depending on how the pitches start, of course, how our bats start. Well, it is a quick game.
Yeah, 2 hours, starting at 8:30. I'm not sure about this one, BWA. The old Resis for an hour and a half, which is
90 minute. Yeah,
that's a junior fixture, and then State League not starting till 8:30.
Yeah, finish
10:30. Yeah, get home at midnight.
That's all right. Enough whinging.
Anyway, sorry.
Scoreline.
Jess, we'll talk about this one.
Yeah.
Scoreline. So, look, we're going to have Kiz going for us, and I've kind of mentioned it takes a couple of weeks to work into the season, and I think last week we saw the velo was up, the breaking balls are tight. The change-up was looking good, which he was pretty happy about. So if he continues to work in, I can't see Perth scoring a bunch.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a pretty low-scoring affair. You look at, we talked about their arms. I don't know. I'd assume we get Boston.
Yeah.
He's been their guy. Let's...
I'm going to give you...
Scoreline.
This is my head, right?
3-1 Eagles.
I'm thinking something similar, but I had 8-5 in my head. I know.
What do you mean something similar?
No. It's, more so and then I pulled it back to like a 6-3. So there's I think you'll find that in favour of Morley, I think you'll find, and I can't wait to be wrong for this, but we're going to score some runs. But I don't think you're just going to be able to hold down Perth as much as, even though we have the arms, I think, so it'll be one of those games, and it's going to feel a lot closer than what the scoreline is.
One factor from a Perth's offense side of things, I know last week, Saringer, the catcher, I believe he was back in the States. I think he had a passing in his family, so sorry to him and his family about that. Whether he's back or not, that's that's a big bat to not have in your lineup. Their other import, Frey, he's swinging the bat well, and he's a burner from what I heard, absolute burner, which that's exciting when real fast lead-off type guys come into the league. If Saringer's there, obviously maybe I'll talk about 3-2 to Morley, or 4-2.
I think it's going to be a close one. So there you go. That's the Friday night game.
Yeah.
Let's move on. UWA South Perth on Sunday. UWA South Perth. You kind of got to. It's South Perth again. It's that same fixture you were talking about. You got to go hey, they can get this one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just a single game for these guys.
Yeah, single game. The midday fixture, which is cool. You get to, get home early.
Yeah. Unless you
look, if Pops is in the zone, UWA. But if he's got double digit walks again, or close to it, I think South Perth are going to take advantage of that. But if he's in the zone and he minimises those walks, I'll go UWA.
Yeah, there you go.
So I've just hedged my
Yeah, cool.
So
that's really awesome. That's fine. It's a hard one. I'm going to say South Perth.
All right.
I think it's still going to take a bit of time for that, and who knows if you see Pops. You have to, but
he's going to deal against us now.
I know. Yeah.
So
and I can't wait. I hope you pitch tonight. How many walks are you going to give up?
Oh, no doubt. I've said I hate walks, and I guarantee now I've said that I'm going to walk the first guy I face, probably on 4 pitches.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, 4 straight balls, or even whoever's blueing tonight, just walk someone.
And please, if I do,
straight down the dick.
Make sure the feedback is thick and get me. I deserve it.
That's awesome. Rocco Swans. Yeah.
Two teams that are
Swans have a double dip this weekend too.
That's right. Swans have facing different teams.
So how does that work? So is that a 7 innings game? So Rocco only play a 7 innings game?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it must
and
be.
Rocco, but Rocco don't have the double dip.
No,
so they just show up for 7
That's
innings.
where last season this would have been Rocco's one of their 2 buys.
Okay.
But rather than having 2 buys this season, everyone's only got 1 buy, and so instead you go and play a 7-inning game.
Thank you for explaining that, because I had a mate of mine again from the East Coast. We were talking about it. He said, "How do you guys get around the bye?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'll ask Singy on the episode." So thank you. We got there by luck.
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
each team will still have 1 buy.
Okay, but we've just eliminated the second bye.
We've eliminated the second, but what has happened is now, I think last year and the last few years, we've had a 3-week Christmas break.
Yeah.
That has pushed out to 4 weeks.
Okay.
So you get an extra week over Christmas, which I think everyone loves.
No one's against it.
Yep, get to see family.
Rocco Swans game 1. Rocco.
Oh, yeah.
It's Rocco. Rocco aren't playing bad.
No, they're
They've
not.
run into
They're
some
not.
good teams.
They're
Not.
not.
saying Swans aren't either, though. Swans have, to be honest, they've both had a pretty similar season. Both these teams.
I think Swans go hard at this game because I think the second game they play is Perth.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. So they played Perth again. They played them last week and then they play them this
Yeah.
week, which is interesting. But I think Swans will go hard at the Rocco game. So Import throws that one maybe.
Yeah.
Swans will be disappointed if they drop 2 on the weekend. So both these teams, Rocco and Swans, have done me dirty when I've picked them. So I'm going to go Swans game 1 against Rocco. I think wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong there, but I just think JD's going to be like, right, boys, we can't drop 2, have to go hard at 1 game, and I think they'll pick the first game.
Nice little redemption arc in game 2, though. Like, hey, we got these guys last week. We lost them 5-0. Let's go and stick it up them. So that's interesting there. Vic Park Braves. Who you got?
This will be Single game. Braves.
Yeah.
Braves arms.
But also Vic Park's import. Nasty.
Yeah, that's right. But
could be interesting.
But if Braves are going to split the game, Bowie, Tucker, they're both going to need a throw. MK, Hatcher.
MK Ultra, yeah.
Yeah, tough day in the box for the Vic Park boys. Yep. But you've spot on. Their import has looked real good. So low scoring affair, advantage Braves. What I will say, young JK. JK is obviously the toll of coaching's got to him, so he's got a week off already.
Annual leave. He's accrued it.
Annual leave. I tell you, good. He must have wrote that in his contract.
Yeah, that's fine. Signing bonus.
Unavailable the Spring Carnival Cup. I got to go to the Melbourne Cup.
It just happens to be. That's just timing, all right? Sometimes the universe works out well for him. So that's fine.
I've heard Yoda's back in town. He's going to coach this
No
weekend.
way. That's cool as. So
short-lived retirement for Yoda.
Poor guy retires and they're like, can you come help us out? Yeah.
But Yoda knows what he's doing. So I will go advantage Braves here. But I think Vic Park's arms are looking good.
Yep.
It's just I think the bats, will have a tough day.
This is going to be the longest episode we've ever done, but that's all right.
Well, as long as you don't kick the power bank and delete it again, it should be all right.
That's good. Gosnell's Kareen. Who you got? It's
Kareen.
Yeah,
they're looking good. Single or double?
Single.
Yeah, Kareen.
Yeah.
I imagine Connor goes, Power probably gets a couple of innings, and then the French guy who we didn't talk about, he had his best outing so far this season last week. So, I got Kareen there. Got the arms. We talked about the bats. I've got Kareen in that one. Yeah.
Cool. And then, of course, game 2 of the Morley Eagles, Wanneroo Giants double dip. I tell you what, if like Morley and Perth, this would be the second time we would have played Perth if we didn't get the washouts in the round. But
touch wood. There's a bit of rain forecast for about 8 p.m. tonight, so I don't know. We'll be playing.
This is the Sunday
We'll be playing
game.
a triple header after Christmas.
Yeah, true. So Wanneroo Morley
on Sunday.
That's a game that I will be tuning in on Game Changer. I promise you. Tell you what. I mean, I think
it'd be fair enough to call it game of the round. Mate, I'm excited. Like I said, Mulamekic's going to go. He has to go. So he's going to be the best arm we faced so far. Although we've faced Tucker and Bowie, but this guy's putting up numbers so far. I don't think. I was going to say I don't think we've seen a tough lefty yet, but we had Hatcher. So I'm just making stuff up as I go. Sorry, guys. But Mulamecic looks good. It's going to be a battle for our guys. But on the flip side, we've got Cozzy who's going to take his opportunity to start. And, Pelkey, we haven't talked about Pelkey.
Yeah.
ABL said he struck out 27 batters in 3 innings, which was interesting. But he's looking really good. He has all the outs he's recorded have been strikeouts. So he's looking good. So the ability to go Cos into Pelkey for a few, I'll throw a couple, and then, Woz will be there as well. There's going to be some good pitching on the weekend.
Yeah.
Turnbull, 3. He's kind of the hot bat.
Yeah.
You got Dicko, who was hot last week. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to not pick Morley because.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, for us, we're kind of same as JD. We just want to make sure at some point we're going to lose throughout the year. You just don't want to. You don't ever want to lose 2 in a weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll go hard for tonight and
talk about Sunday then. But
talk about Sunday then. But I'll obviously pick Morley.
I think it's that. Like the Perth game's going to be close. This one's going to be closer. And here's my hot prediction, and I'm sorry because I'm not going to be in the country. I think Wanneroo is going to come out pretty hot. I think the boys are going to have to get hot early.
You're a coward.
Yeah. No.
You make that and then you jump on a flight to Bali. See you, boys. And you just hope the boys have forgotten I'll be getting a
massage watching through the little hole.
Yes, I'll pick this.
I told him. And geez, I hope you keep it away from Turnbull. But if you don't, I'm going to give you heaps about it. Just so you know.
I'll probably walk him.
Yeah, well, not a bad guy to walk though. Let's be real. Perth Swans. It's the second game. We sort of touched on it briefly before. You think Swans are going to probably go pretty hard on the first game.
Yeah, I can't
see. Do they have the depth for this second type game against this type of this type of team?
So last week they started their import against Perth, and for that's another reason why I think import faces Rocco rather than Perth. You don't seen him twice in 2 weekends. If Dill Clarkson gets up there and does his, shoves his. Doesn't hit 80 all day, but just frustrates the hell out of you, mate. I love watching him pitch because he's crafty. He knows what he's doing up there. Yeah. If he can have one of his outings, and then we got our boy Kai Verone. If he throws a couple quality innings in relief, Swans have a chance. But I'll probably side with Perth still on this in this game. Yeah,
on that. So that's it. I do still have the new segment coming. We can't do it today. I apologise. I know it's such.
Are we ever going to do it?
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay. It's going to be fun.
What is it?
I'm not telling you, and I'm not telling anyone. Those that know, and it's okay. It'll be a lot of fun. It's okay. It's good.
This better be good.
It's good. It's going to be good.
Hype it up for
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So we appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't already, go and check it out at State League Show on Instagram. Of course, if you're watching this on Spotify, we love you. You're watching on the Bloop Blast feed at Bloop Blast Podcast. It's just another thing that shows up in your feed. Go and watch the Bloop and Blast show. If you're not watching this on Spotify, go and check us out on YouTube. That is like a huge opportunity for us to really grow and like do some really cool things. So if you don't mind, maybe go in, sign into your YouTube account. I know it's a hassle, and just hit subscribe at Bloop Blast Podcast. You'll subscribe to both shows. It's awesome. Does a lot for us. Put a little like on the thing, whatever. But we just really appreciate it. If you could do that, thank you. If not, that's all right.
Just to help Sexy's further travel fund, hey? Is that what what you're trying to say? Yeah, no, right?
It'd be good.
Subscribe so we can monetize this.
So it's like break even point, and it's like we're here, and it's like up here. So it's just like let's just try and get to that. No, and then look, who knows? I don't know. We probably won't be able to monetize it, but if we do, we get like $1.
That's not why we're doing it.
No, that's right. So, but it's just a cool thing because the more you subscribe, the more you like, and all of that, it just keeps feeding it, and more people find it. So we appreciate it. So that's really awesome. Anything else you want to say?
No, mate. Enjoy your trip.
I'm pretty bummed.
I am jealous. It's
good,
a
but
good part of the world. Don't drink too much.
No, well, I don't really drink that much anyway.
That's
so
true. Have fun. Don't get too sunburned. Put your sunscreen on.
Yeah, I'm gonna barter some guys down. You should see the stuff I've come back with. Bro. So many pairs of sunnies. Yeah,
I know you will.
We appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks. Take care. Paul Persick. Is there a Paul Persick here? Can you give him the intro as an outro? That'd be great. Cheers. See ya.
Santa Maria! It's the State League Show with Singy and Big Sexy. Get out the right bread and mustard this time, Grandma, because the State League Show starts right now.